So far, we've been talking about how divine principles and cosmic processes can be broken down into stories that relate to how our minds work. We are storytellers, and our brains take out external data, break it down, and reassemble it into a story that makes sense to us. And then we can share those stories with other people so that we can create a consistent reality this way. Much of it is happening at an incorporeal level because it's in the realm of the psyche, right? And that, as we've already established, is how the ancients looked at the spiritual world. So much of what we are seeing in the physical world is only understood through our concept of the spiritual. Now, for people that are not religious types or spiritual types, they're going to see this strictly in terms of how psychology works and look at the fundamentals of behavior. And that's fine. A lot of atheists have rejected these theological stories and the mythos of religion on the basis that they have a problem with those stories, and rightfully so. They're a type of idolatry. They don't contain the essential truth. And hopefully, if you are an atheist, you are one because you're looking for that essential truth and have yet to find one. Okay, and that's understandable. The problem, though, is that we have to kind of get outside our paradigms, just as the Christian has to move outside their paradigm by believing in these idolatries, these false gods that they've created for themselves, because they believe in only the God they want to exist instead of the one that is. But for the atheist, you have to get outside the paradigm and understand that there's more than just the physical world. Much of it is all being interpreted inside your mind. The external world is just ones and zeros, yin and yang, just like a computer program, processing binary code. And you're an actor in that. You're an avatar playing out in that sense of reality. So how do we bridge the gap for the atheist? Because that's going to help everybody, even the theist can be helped by understanding how this is done. The way this is done is by understanding what is this thing that we call God. What are we personifying into God? What are those principles that make up who we call God? And that's three fundamental things. Last time we talked about beauty being experienced through love, self-awareness, and freedom as being these fundamentals in the story of Adam and Eve. But let's break them down even further, because what they really are is compassion, awareness, and volition. And those principles should not exist. You possess them as a human being, but how could you have them if they weren't already part of the cosmos before we even came along? You can't say evolution produced them because they're not efficient things to have. And evolution works towards creating efficiencies. Compassion is not efficient. Volition is definitely not efficient. Much better to just run by instinct, to not be self-aware at all. The universe can just happen automatically, but it doesn't. That's the divine, okay? That's what we mean by the divine. That's what Christians are personifying into the old man in the sky that you don't like if you're an atheist. And that's what we're going to focus on over the next several videos.